Hello, guys. Welcome to the Black Spin Global Podcast. I am Lucy.
And I'm Eugene.
And welcome to day 3 at Wimbledon. Oh, Wimbledon.
This girl's tired.
Let's start again.
Keeps getting to her, boy. Wimbledon,
Wimbledon.
Like, we in New York.
Oh, guys, I am so sorry. To my defense, guys, this morning I was even quiet for like 2 hours. And I kept trying to tell Eugene, like, don't mind me, I'm just really tired.
Are we keeping that? So we're keeping that in then?
No?
We're going to keep that
might
in?
as well. Let's just continue.
Day 3 at Wimbledon.
Keep it, day 3 at Wimbledon. Sorry, guys. I meant day 3 at US Open. Do you know what it is? I'm just not used to saying day 3 at Wimbledon. Day 4, day 5. Like, this is still new to me anyways. Eugene keep telling me, act like you've been here before. And I keep on telling him, but I haven't.
Stop it.
I haven't been here before. And I like acting like I'm not, just taking it in. But how you been, Eugene, anyways?
I'm good, Lucy, man. Yeah, like it's been a good day today.
It has.
Sweltering hot. But yeah, good.
No, for real. 35
quality.
degrees today.
Oh, really? That was it?
That was 35 degrees. It says 35, but it felt like 39.
They don't do degrees here. I think they do Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah. But there's some do, some don't. Because
Okay.
I've heard some people, surprisingly, say 35 degrees. And I was like, really surprised. I thought you guys do the other one. Either way, it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
Luckily, the sun was not out all the time. Like, there was times where it was cloudy, so it's like you get a little break. And thankfully, it also rained a little bit. God knew that we were suffering here too much.
Even it's been saying that it's still humid as hell. Like,
yeah, it's so humid. Like, when I got out of the Uber, I literally thought, I was walking and I was like, I can't breathe. Like, there's no fresh air.
I honestly don't mind the heat though, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, but you like
I do
the heat
yeah,
and
I like
stuffiness like that. Like, that's not, I can't do it. I need me some air. But it's nice experiencing a little New York sun at the US Open. Not Wimbledon.
She got it right.
Yeah. But should we crack on?
Yeah, let's get on with it. So day 3 was also HBCU Live Day.
Yes.
At the US Open.
Uh-huh.
So it's the day that the tournament acknowledges and celebrates the black culture and history and pride of the historically black colleges and universities, which is obviously quite a big thing in the States.
And just for context, guys, we don't have that in the UK. In the UK.
So there was a panel talk first, I think in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning before the first matches.
Play.
Yeah.
So that means because play starts at 11.
Mhm.
So
I think it started at like 10 or something like that.
And then throughout the day it was like there was like a HBCU yard like experience like by the Fountain Plaza.
Yeah.
So there's like a DJ and like just a nice vibe. I think.
Shout out to the DJ that was playing 2 Chainz. I was feeling that.
But yeah, that's clearly a thing like at black colleges, like the whole like yard experience. So that they basically brought that to the US Open. I think this was the 4th year.
Yeah, it is the 4th year,
which is really good. Like it's quite significant. So yeah, shouts out to everybody involved in that. You should shout out Sean Holcomb Jones too.
Yeah.
Because I know he works for the USTA, but he plays a big part in kind of getting
he's the director of diversity
all together.
Stuff, yeah.
So yeah, shouts out to everyone involved
For sure.
with that. And also, Lucy, before we get into like the singles play, I want to shout out some a doubles team that I completely missed.
Okay.
So Alicia Parks and Camila Osorio.
Okay.
They won their opening round match today, and I think that's going to be quite an interesting doubles team to look out for.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, look out for them, guys, and I'm sure they'll be playing, if not tomorrow, most likely on Friday.
I think Friday. They
day
played
5.
today.
Yeah, exactly. So probably get a day
Friday,
off. But I'm not sure if doubles get.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, look out for that doubles partnership. But yeah, let's get into the singles. So let's start with the winners first. Madison Keys, she opened play on Arthur Ashe. Saw off Maya Joint in straight sets. She only dropped 4 games, so it was a 6-4, 6-love victory for Madison Keys. That wasn't the only bagel we saw today, but we'll come on.
That was the first bagel.
We'll come on to that later on.
But from the stats I'm seeing here, it looks like it was a really good match. Obviously, I think you were watching
Taylor Townsend.
I had meetings in the morning, so I actually got to the stand late, so I actually missed it. But from what I'm seeing here, it seems like it was a really good match. 19 winners. Unforced error was it was okay. It was not. It wasn't as. I mean, it was just a little bit less than joint, but it looks like she was serving pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it was a decent match.
We did say as well, like on our preview pod, like how Keys, like she always brings it, like at the slams.
Yeah.
And New York, she's done quite well. She's a former finalist here, so like she's done pretty well here.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's coming back from an injury too,
which is really impressive because even though the injury happened at Wimbledon, you know, there was one tournament, I think it was in Canada, where she pulled out, right? Like she didn't
finish, exactly.
Yeah, she didn't finish,
she pulled out. Well, she retired in the third set, yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that she went from those two incidents, and now she's coming in the US Open and she's playing at I don't know, maybe the feeling is like, is different. Maybe when she gets here, you know, mentality's like completely different and she's bringing it. I mean, hey, she always brings her all at Grand Slams, especially US Open. She is a finalist here. She has made it far here many times. So
I think she said that she came back a bit too early in Canada, which is why she ended up retiring.
Makes sense.
From that match.
Okay.
Whereas in New York, like she's much more just match ready, and it's showing like with these results. So she'll play the 33rd seed, Elise Mertens next.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting. They actually played at Cincinnati
last year. Yeah, so that's their most recent meeting. So Keys leads the head-to-head 3-1.
Okay.
But Cincinnati was their most recent meeting, and Mertens did win that.
I mean, it's going to be interesting because Mertens sometimes she can really bring it.
Yeah.
I think this will definitely be. It'll be a match worth watching for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So look out for that one, guys. Frances Tiafoe, he followed Keys on Ashe. Mm-hmm. He looked very good against Alexander Shevchenko.
For sure.
Who ended up retiring in the third set, unfortunately.
Yes. But it doesn't take away the way that Tiafoe was playing.
Yeah.
Like, I think sometimes that's the I don't know if the right word is annoying, but sometimes it's kind of hard when there's actually a great performance from a player, but then the opponent retire because then people might be like, oh yeah, just to retire. Yeah, but it's like, no, if you actually watch the match, the level from that player has been really, really great. Like Tiafoe has been on crazy smoke the last couple of weeks.
Because he started this match in particular. He started quite well. He raced like a 3-love lead in the first set.
Yeah.
Shevchenko pegged him back to 3-all. Mm-hmm. But to Tiafoe's credit, he kind of stayed the course, regrouped, and closed out the set 6-4, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then in the second set, he just raced through that. I think it was 6-2 or 6-1 or 6-2.
Yeah.
And then won the opening game in that third set. And then Shevchenko was like, that's me done.
Yeah, he had like, he was serving and he was hitting like he hit mad double faults.
Shevchenko.
Yeah. And
he had the trainer come out as well, didn't he?
He had the trainer come out before that set or something like that. And then when it was time for him to serve, he hit like he was actually unable to serve. Like, just hitting double faults. And after that, he was like, I'm out.
Speedy recovery.
Yeah, speedy recovery.
Also, interesting fact. I'm sure some of you or most of you will probably be aware. Shevchenko is actually married to a WTA player, which I found quite interesting. So I did have to like do a bit of googling, but so he's married to Anastasia Potapova.
Yeah.
The Russians. Shevchenko is also Russian. Well, actually, to be fair, he's changed his allegiance, so he now represents Kazakhstan.
So hold on. So I didn't realize. Has some players been doing that recently?
Yeah. There's another woman.
I know a woman player did, and Svitolina didn't want to shake their hands, which to me...
Avencian, I think her name is.
Huh?
I think her name is Avencian.
Hold on, Eugene. Just stay right there. There's a... Don't move.
Oh, God.
Do not move. There's a bug.
Is it crawling on me? What was it?
I don't know. It was some sort of like fly. It was quite big. I whacked it off. Don't worry.
Bloody
the
hell.
African in me just whacked it off your shoulders.
my saviour. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. But what was I saying? Yeah.
Elina Sistolina played a woman.
Yeah, it was a woman player. I can't remember the name.
I'm pretty sure it's Avencian.
I can't remember the name. I can't remember. All I remember is that seeing on Twitter how she didn't want to shake her hands, which, yeah, but we're not going to get into that right now.
No.
But yeah, so speedy recovery to him. I mean, like we said, his performance during that match was great, but I think a lot of people wanted to see how he was playing because, as we all know, even from the moment the draw dropped, was like, ooh, the possible third round. So I think everyone was keeping an eye on that, mainly just to be like, okay, are we, fingers crossed we get that match, you know, especially that when US Open, America.
It's coming.
And it's coming, yeah. So, yeah. But honestly, Tiafoe's been playing extremely well, as I said. I said it before on our preview pod, how, like, you know, he's been playing really well from the moment he started working with David Witt. As we all remember, he made it pretty far in some of, like, the tournaments before.
Cincinnati got to the final, first Masters 1000 final.
Yeah, exactly. So he was literally, like, back-to-back. It was quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then finals. And now we're here at the US Open. So I did ask him about that. I did ask him, like, you know, what is it that made him actually start to work with David Witt? Because especially, I remember you actually asked him at Wimbledon about his, like, situation. At that time, he didn't have a coach, and he did say that, you know, it's not something that he wanted to take just lightly. He wanted to be very specific and picky about it. So yeah, so I basically just asked him, like, what made you go over it? Especially that David Witt, as we know, he mainly has worked with WTA players from Venus to Pegula to Sakari. So it was interesting to know why. And here's what Tiafoe had to say.
Yeah, I think you know, obviously, I'm pro women's sports and everything. I think if you coach well in anything, it's you're a high level coach, or if you know, it's whatever. And I think our personalities just match so well. He's so relaxed and chill, and obviously that, you know, helps me a lot. And he did so well. I mean, he did unbelievable with Venus. He did unbelievable with Jess. You know what I mean? Jess was, you know, I mean, your average kind of player. And then now she's elite. I mean, she's been elite for years now. I mean, every time she steps in the slam, you're like, man, she can win it. So it's trying to be a part of that. Like, so, and it was cool. It was like the first day we started, it was kind of like we just started from day one. We just got to work and didn't put too much pressure on it. Just try to stay in the present and just get to work and have fun.
Yeah, so that was Frances. What I really liked about his answer, actually, I love how he literally started with, I'm pro women's sports
and
everything.
That.
So yeah, and I think we kind of take it for granted when it comes to tennis. How I feel like it's one of the few sports where, in a way, the women and the men in the sport, there's some sort of, like, I don't want to say equality, but, like, for example, a lot of people will watch men's football but will not watch women's football, or they'll watch, like, women's volleyball but not men's volleyball. But I feel like with tennis, compared to the others, I may be wrong, but from the outside, because obviously I don't watch a lot of the other sports, but I really do feel like from the outside, in terms of, like, mainstream, in terms of, like, media and stuff, I feel like that's one of the few sports where you see that same level. You're starting to see it a little bit with basketball, for instance.
WNBA, definitely.
But it was really interesting how, like, he mentioned that, and saying that, you know, from day one they started working really well, and clearly their relationship
100%.
works well. And I don't know if you
clicking.
noticed, but David Witt's energy has even been different.
You think so?
I feel like he's even more, like, quote unquote out there.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, I feel like he was, I don't know, I feel like he was a little bit more, like, not reserved, but
interesting.
no, I'm struggling to find a word.
I kind of understand what you mean, but I also feel that's because, like, we're paying more attention to him
That's
as well.
a good point.
Like,
Fair
because
enough.
obviously he's in Tiafoe's box.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
That's true.
Maybe it is a bit of that too. Like,
Yeah.
Tiafoe's kind of energy is, like, rubbing off on him,
Yeah.
like, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, clearly it's working, as in the relationship.
Yeah.
And long may it continue.
For
because he and Tiafoe did allude to that in his answer to you, like, saying how, look at the results Pegula had. Like,
Exactly.
Pegula was
Yeah.
just a regular kind of player, and then like he basically turned her into, like, an elite top WTA star.
Yeah, she's
So,
playing really well. Mm-hmm.
my pick, actually, let's not. But anyway, Tiafoe's in good form, good shape going into that third round, where he will face the one and only Ben Shelton, who basically took care of business against Roberto Bautista Agut.
Yeah.
On a lively grandstand. Really good match. We caught. Where did we see the? We caught it from the second or third set. I think the second.
Sorry.
Where did we catch that match from? The second or third?
From the second.
Second set.
From the second. Yeah.
I thought he looked really good.
But that's it. Okay, so that's the thing. I think by the time we started watching, he was really leveled up.
Yeah.
Like he was on job.
Because to be fair, he did say, I was reading his quotes.
Yeah.
He did start.
He started off, I think he was struggling a little bit more with the rhythm. He was talking about the feeling of the court.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I highly recommend going on YouTube and watching that entire Ben Shelton's press conference. That was actually my favorite of the day. I feel like everyone was asking great questions.
Wait, is it because you feature quite heavily?
Sorry?
Is it because you feature quite heavily? You and Ben
I'm not that much of a Leo.
Just having like.
I'm not that much of a Leo, Eugene.
just having like a personal convo, like mid press conference.
I am not that much of a Leo. That's not what it is. But I will. No, all jokes aside, honestly, Shelton's press conferences in general they're actually pretty good because he speaks very well.
And Tiafoe.
Yeah. But I feel like with Shelton, he's a lot more detailed.
Okay.
In a way, I kind of feel like he's like a tennis nerd.
It's that college education.
That's actually that's a good point. That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, he goes really into details and stuff in a way of like you're kind of understanding or seeing like what he's trying to say.
Do you know who else is really good at that as well? Taylor Fritz. Like
really?
He goes into proper like you can tell he just goes into detail, goes very deep.
Well, he's playing a fire match as we speak right now against Matteo. I bet people are really enjoying that. But after that, Shelton was really on form, like the second and third. Roberto as well, he was really trying. Obviously, you know, he's I was gonna say oldie. Is that rude?
He's a vet.
He's a vet. Yeah. I remember saying this to you during the match. I was like, he's so smooth with it. Like it was just like
just clean, clean ball
exactly.
striker.
When you said the word clean, I was like, that's exactly what I was looking for. Like there's times where you think he will be hitting like really like aggressive or hard, and it'll just come. But it'll be a nice winner shot.
But one thing I did notice though during some of those rallies, because there were some nice rallies during that match. His ball was dropping quite short, as opposed to Shelton's was quite deep. So Bautista Agut, a lot of his balls are kind of dropping, basically like in and around the service box, whereas Shelton was much more closer to the baseline. Which is causing him problems. Bautista Agut.
Exactly. And the thing is, and on top of that, he was doing it so aggressively.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. So that is kind of why, for me, the match looked like pretty much comfortable, or like it was on Ben Shelton's racket, as in that match. He closed out in 3 sets.
And he hit 60 winners.
Damn, yeah.
60 winners versus 13 winners.
Yeah, that's crazy numbers when you really think about it. Yeah.
Like really crazy. His serves were high as well.
As
honestly,
usual.
he looked really good.
I think I saw 135 first serve in
there.
Ace.
It was what. Yeah, he was. He's been so far those 2 matches. He's been serving like pretty big.
Yeah.
He's been serving
and I think
pretty
the conditions help, like the heat.
Yeah, the condition help, but
skids off the surface.
The energy as well. He did on his on-court interview. He did say that he was loving it, like the energy. Again, that's like Shelton, what he really likes. But with his next round,
big foe.
Shout out to the ATP tour for that. You know what I mean?
The collaboration.
Collaboration post.
We here.
Back to back. Shout out to WTA ATP tour. That was big.
No,
especially that it's such an exciting match, and I'm you know what, Eugene, like I'm so happy that we're actually here. We're going to witness that match.
Friday night.
Honestly,
it's going to be a night session.
It's going to has to be a night session. Like first on night session for sure. But during Ben's press, he
you asked him about the matchup.
I asked him because during Tiafoe's press actually, Will from the ESPN, he asked him what is it that's challenging about facing Shelton? As we know, they've faced each other many times. Last time they've chased each other was at the Houston final a couple months ago. And he asked him, like, what was the challenge of facing him? And Tiafoe kept it pretty simple. He was just like, he has like his big serves and his movements. So then, I asked Shelton, like, hey, someone asked this to Tiafoe. So what about you? What do you think is challenging about like facing Tiafoe moving forward? And this is what he had to say.
Yeah, I think I want to hear what he said about me too. But I think it's tough playing a difficult Tiafoe because he's good at flipping points. He has the attacking game, obviously, where he can take time away from you, especially on that backhand wing. He's crafty. He can win a lot of the cat and mouse points at the net, and he does a great job flying in when he has you out of position and finishing off volleys. I think when he's playing his best tennis, he's doing that a lot. And I think it's also tough. He's good at flipping points. He's got like special hand skills off the backhand wing, and so if you come into net and you don't come with authority and cover the right spot, he can burn you. And I think that those are the kind of points and moments where he gains momentum and really gets the crowd going. And yeah, I think that he's a guy that when he can ride the wave of a crowd really, really well.
Tamara.
Whoa, 1 second. What did he say about me?
About your big serves and movements as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like you did more research though. Your answers are
We have a transcript if you'd like to read it.
No, it's okay.
And yeah, that was a little funny moment.
A bit of back and forth.
A little back and forth. He was definitely interested in seeing what he had to say. But one thing that took me away, which is why this is why I made a joke, and I said, like, you did more of your research than him, don't worry. But one thing that I mainly took away from that was like, wow, Shelton studied this guy. Because he was really in detail. I know we said it earlier, but when you're that in detail about like your opponents and everything, that means you're doing your homework and you're studying. And for a moment, I was like, "Yo, I'm getting a bit scared," because prior to, I think I said on the US Open preview pod that Tiafoe is beating Shelton this time. Now I feel like it's gonna.
Interesting.
Now
okay.
I'm hesitant. I'm not saying Shelton's gonna win. It must say switch it up. No, I just, you see how I was feeling about Paulina and Andreescu?
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling now about Shelton and Tiafoe.
Well, we'll see, I guess. Like, yeah, I think for me it's Shelton leads the head-to-head, so it's 2-0 in Shelton's favour.
Yep.
Obviously, they met here last year, but that was a quarter-final. And they played this year in Houston. That was on clay, though. And that was a final, and that went to 3 sets, went the distance. So, and like you said, they're both kind of different players, like since that Houston meeting. I'm expecting a long match. I think the US Open,
100%.
I think the quarterfinal last year, I think that was a 4-setter. It didn't go to 5.
I don't remember. I don't remember top of my head.
I'm pretty sure Shelton won that in 4.
But it's 100% going to be. The reason why even as well is because they both came into this tournament high level, both of them.
Yeah, playing
like,
well, yeah.
Both of their last two matches.
You could say Tiafoe arguably is playing better because of Cincy, reaching the Cincy final.
That's true. That's true.
They're both
especially
playing,
mentally.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing that could cost Tiafoe that match is where's his head at into it.
Yeah.
So
and the fact that he hasn't beaten him yet.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was just about to say. If he's in his head too much about like I did not beat Shelton, I did not beat Shelton, it might be too much for him, and it might affect his game.
I don't think he will. I think
whereas
he will. Yeah.
I think this time, I don't know. I have a feeling that he's going in a way of like, I'm gonna beat this guy. I'm gonna do it this time.
I think it's going to be a very entertaining match, and I don't think he's necessarily thinking about like the previous meetings. I think he's just
going in exactly
focusing
on
basically
for
this
sure.
year's US Open, and kind of getting as far as he can. So we look forward to that one on Friday night.
For sure.
we should do a poll and see who our listeners / followers think
I was 100% gonna say that, but if you are listening right now, you can tweet us quickly and let us know who was actually your pick. Who do you think is gonna win? Actually, I'm putting you on the spot because I kind of answered.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Are you still sticking to Tiafoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I think the head-to-head, like he's gonna want to put that right, and I feel like he's playing good tennis at the moment.
Okay.
Not discrediting Shelton
in
any
of
way.
Course.
Like,
I mean, hey, we've been speaking so highly since.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be an incredible match. I'm just annoyed that they have to play each other like quite early.
Third round, which is a lot of our followers also said.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I'm 50-50 about it, and I think we said it before. Like, yeah, it sucks, but a lot of people, especially like the casual tennis fans, they following the tennis right now. And these are the type of things that get people's interest, like these early matchups and stuff. Like, this is really going to...
And to be honest, like, you can say it's early. I mean, it's the third round. So, like, this is where all the seeds start to meet. So it's kind of like it's meant to be, I guess.
And it just shows to you where tennis is at, where the black players in tennis are at as well, meeting so early. I mean, they're both top 20. They're both playing really well, both top American players. So, yeah. And quickly on Shelton, another reason why I said... people should listen to this press conference. Remember how I mentioned that I felt like after that Djokovic incident last year, I felt like maybe he toned it down a bit and not being too loud and whatnot. He kind of touched on it in a way, but long story short, he didn't. Like, he gave a long answer about it, and he was just like, listen, like. It wasn't, people took it as a whole other context. Like I was just trying to shout one of my friend and blah blah blah, and he just an evolution of himself. He was excited, he was happy and everything. And his answer made me, because I was a bit worried. I don't know if you remember. Like, I was a bit worried because I was like, I hope you're not toning it down because people are chatting. But it was more about him and how he was feeling. So
just maturing, basically.
Exactly, just maturing. And if he happens to face Djokovic, which at the moment, by the way, is actually looking sticky because I saw him a bit.
No way, against Lazar.
Yeah, I don't know if he's being dramatic because we know how Djokovic can be sometimes. See, he was down 4-2, now it's 4-4.
And what's the score in terms of sets?
First set was 6-4. This is the second set. He was down 4-2, and now it's 4-4.
Okay.
He did have like a mini, like it's like he had a cramp or something. But yeah,
we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting. So we're really looking forward. So guys, as I said on Twitter, cancel your Friday plans immediately. Cancel your date nights. Cancel your everything. Put your kids. Go drop the kids at the nanny or grandparents.
Let the kids watch it. Like,
you know what? You're right.
It's entertainment, man.
Actually, it's entertainment. Yeah, you're actually.
Let the kids stay up late. It's a Friday.
It is exactly. You're right. You're right. Let them stay up.
I'm also thinking as well. Like, that might be last match on because it's a Friday night. So we'll have to wait and see. That could be a long one for us, Lucy.
I actually think. Funny enough, I was speaking to David Law from the Tennis Podcast. We were actually like chatting about, and I think our prediction was what did we say? I think he said. I think we said Coco and Svitolina, Arthur Ashe in the morning. And
Shelton
Tiafoe starting in maybe going second on Arthur Ashe because Sabalenka chances she might go on first.
So wait, second on it as in the day?
No, in the night. Sorry.
So that's what I'm saying. So it'll be the last match on Ashe.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So we were saying
because it's a Friday night.
Yeah, because initially I was saying I actually thought they'll go on first because chances might go on late. But then it makes sense to put the women's first, a women match first. So I won't be surprised if that will be the schedule. But again, it's still Wednesday, so we'll see the schedule tomorrow and see how that goes. But either way, really, really, really excited for that match. I think everyone is literally. Yeah, everyone is like hyped about it. It's gonna be a good one for sure.
Let's talk about another win now. So Coco Gauff, reigning champion, third seed.
For sure.
Played her first night session match. So she got the win against Tatjana Maria. dished out a bagel in the process. So
Another one, thank you.
Is it 6-2?
It was
6-2, 6 love, or 6-4?
6-4, 6-0.
Because she actually got broke. Maria broke first, actually. And yeah, to Coco's credit, she broke back.
She broke back, yeah. She, I think one thing that's, although she's been playing obviously really well, the one thing that's actually kind of been of a problem is her serves, to a point where literally straight after the match, she actually went to the practice courts and she was actually practicing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said that
Okay.
she was, and someone asked her about it also during the press, and she said that she was trying to practice her serves and stuff. She's aware already that she needs to, you know, work on that. But other than that, I feel like with Coco, once she starts getting that momentum and getting into it, that's it. She's flying through.
Yeah.
Like, especially once she's comfortable on that court. And it happened the last round. It happened so many times with some of her previous matches, and it's happening right now as well.
It's kind of home for her now, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Arthur Ashe.
100%.
That's literally Coco's. Yeah, that's
Yeah, no. Honestly, yeah. That match against Tatjana was that first set was pretty good. What was so interesting about that match actually was the last rally, literally the very, very last rally.
I saw your tweet, yeah.
It was like probably the longest rally shot of the match, but it was so intense that it was the first ever time there was peace and quiet
on Ashe.
On
Crazy.
Ashe, because it was like raw. Like when someone's gonna hit a winner, because Tatjana kept on hitting slices and slices, which she did throughout the entire match. But literally everything, she just kept on like doing it, and you can see that, you know, Coco was trying to like get through and just hit like one shot.
So
and
was Coco hitting back a slice, or was she coming back with topspin?
No. She was coming back with some spin. Okay. And then she came back with spin. Tatjana was
okay.
slice, spin, slice, and that is why literally it was so intense. Like people just started getting quiet. Like, okay, so what's gonna happen? But then after that, Coco hit one beautiful match point. Like her match point was very beautiful, and yeah, someone actually did ask her about it. Like, how was it having to play, you know, someone like Tatjana with so many of like, you know, slicing, like literally
slicing and
every
dicing.
ball and everything, and asking her how she reacted to it and how was it playing against her regarding that, and this is what she had to say.
I played her before 2 years ago in Auckland, and she definitely was going over, at least on the forehand and this back, and she would slice more. So I think later on, maybe as she's getting older, she's slicing more. So I expected her to slice a lot, but I honestly thought she would come over a little bit more. Obviously, I thought the percentage would be like 70-30 or maybe 80-20, but it was definitely like 99-1. Yeah. So I think and even like the couple times she did go over, it kind of like threw me off, and I didn't know whether to hit or to like, I don't know, because it was just so strange. I love Tatjana, her family, but like she's very annoying to play. I think tonight was just like an annoying match because I didn't know, you know, obviously the balls you're able to hit winners on them, but because she's slicing it, you have to generate all the power. So sometimes it can be more physically tiring than it looks, because you have to generate literally 100% of the power every single time, compared to maybe somebody where you can just redirect and do that. So it was difficult to say the least, but you know, that's just that type of match that you just kind of have to just get through.
That was a very funny answer from Coco, obviously saying that, you know, she thought that the percentage would be like 80-20, but it was 99-1. But yeah, that was another fun press as well. But yeah, shout out to Tatjana, shout out to Coco.
She's a mum as well, isn't she, Maria?
So, Coco's facing the mumsies, yeah?
Back-to-back mums.
Back-to-back mums. As some of you may know, she is facing Elena Svitolina next. I did ask her about that. Like, you know, the head-to-head is a tie right now as well. She did say that, you know, she's a difficult opponent. She said that she, you know, it's going to be a tough match. She has to bring her, like, her best tennis and so on. And she did say that in terms of what she find like challenging about Svitolina is that she feels that she can do pretty much everything, and that she's very solid from the back. And that when they played against each other at Auckland, like she had to like there was like a lot of physical points. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she just feels like she's a tough opponent regardless of like whatever form she's in. And she knows that she needs to bring her game. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Svitolina's been on smoke. It's going to be a great match as well.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that'll be on Friday again. So we'll see where that's kind of placed in the schedule. Another match that hasn't, incomplete. So Gael Monfils against the number 8 seed Casper Ruud. So where were we actually during that match? We saw Shelton.
Oh, they're back on.
No way.
Yeah, Ruud Monfils, 6'6", 6'5". Monfils is literally,
So they're on grandstand.
They're on grandstand right now. So, hey, we're hoping that,
head back over there.
Monf. I'm not gonna lie. After this pod, maybe we should,
take the equipment.
I can edit as we watch it.
I thought it was still raining. Okay.
No, the rain kind of stopped. Yeah. For those who don't know,
So
it got
basically it was
yeah.
suspended due to lightning. So
Thank God, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's hot in here.
stop it. But it didn't actually start raining until quite late on.
Yeah, the lightning started and it was like spitting a bit.
But I wasn't hanging around. I
was. Listen, I was so happy about that rain. I was walking outside with the rain on me, but it was literally something really light. But I thought the rain would be going on longer.
Yeah,
but they're back now.
Back to the match though, from what I saw, so he was 2 sets to love down.
Yeah, he was.
Until I arrived for the third set. Raced into a 3-love lead, and I was like, you know what, Eugene, well done for coming, because you've revived Le Monf.
Yeah, you did.
And yeah, he took that fourth set, that third set, to take it into a fourth. And yeah, when play was suspended, it was 4-3, so on serve. But you're saying now it's 6-all. In that fourth.
It was no, the fourth is 5-4.
So 5-4 now.
5-4 to Monfils. Ruud is serving at the moment. It will,
Good. So no one. To be fair, Monfils did actually break early in that fourth, but Ruud broke back. So they're back on serve as we record.
Yeah.
Monfils looks so good, Lucy, man. Honestly.
Really.
I'm in awe. Like just watching him, because when you think of his age, 36 or 37, the level he's still playing at. Like Ruud is a top 8. He's the number 8 seed.
Yeah.
And Monfils is kind of matching him ball for ball.
It's crazy.
Some of the rallies in that match as well, like the crowd, he was loving it. Like there was a point, maybe similar to like the Gauff Maria rally, long rally. They're exchanging lobs. Monfils, obviously being Monfils, he's sliding everywhere. He eventually wins the point. The crowd goes crazy.
I can imagine.
Because it was a point he shouldn't have won. And he bows to the four corners of the crowd. And I was like, look at this guy. Like this is the Le Monf like we all love. So yeah, it's just good to see him like enjoying his tennis and like playing at this level. Because it is ultimate entertainment.
For sure.
And I'm hoping he can put off an upset.
Yeah.
And take out Casper Ruud.
Yeah.
But Casper Ruud, again, he's someone I do like watching, actually. Just so solid. Similar to Bautista Agut in terms of no frills, but he's just a solid player, man.
Yeah. No, he's a solid player. I think the only thing that's kind of missing from Ruud is to have a little bit of dog in him. Like, no, and not saying he's a bad player or anything.
The Breakpoint documentary. Stop it.
No, but honestly, like, I feel like if he had a little bit more of that, Ruud would be flying through. But I think, you know what, I genuinely think that some players, they're like, I'm okay with where I am. And I genuinely think that's what he is. Hence why when it's grass season, my guy's gone to play golf and going to the weekend concert.
Because he loves his golf.
Exactly.
And the weekend.
Oh, sorry about that, guys, in case you heard that. But so like it is what it is. But I do feel like he could have been someone dangerous if it was, a little bit of dog. But
he's still young. He's like mid-20s, so there's still time.
Ruud is mid-20s?
Yeah, there's still time for him to do.
He I don't know. In my head, I thought it was like early 30s.
No, he's a young man.
5'5" now.
Wow. Yeah, I want to go back and watch that. Before we wrap up, we should talk about Taylor Townsend. So that was the first match that I went to, although I was late I was maybe 3 or 4 games late.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I had meetings.
You did.
Yeah.
But Townsend, she played well, Lucy. Like, and I really did think that she was going to take that second set. That she actually served for at 5-4, but was unable to hold. And then, to Badosa's credit, and like again, we said this too. Like, she's a former world number 2.
Yeah.
Like, she's a quality player. But I just felt like there was something about the match that maybe had me thinking or feeling that Townsend was possibly going to like turn it around, and I think it was mainly because of the energy too from the crowd. Like Louis Armstrong, as we've already established, like it's a rowdy crowd, a lot of noise. Obviously Townsend being American, and she was also playing up to the crowd too, which is obviously a lot what the Americans do, like being at home. Like, so it made sense. But Badosa, to her credit, she basically was able to kind of, I guess, fight back and then close out the match. I think it was 7-5 in the end in that second set. So,
she did.
Yeah, all Townsend now has, well, I say all. Now Townsend's attention's just turned to double. So
both women doubles and
with
mixed
Katerina
double.
Siniakova and mixed with Donald Young, as we spoke about. So I mean, I guess she'll be disappointed, but at the same time, like
she lost to, but she lost to a seed. Badosa's back on track as well.
Exactly.
She's been playing really well. I said it already. Like that was going to be a tough one. But
imagine if because Taylor could actually make runs now in both doubles draws. She's Wimbledon champ.
Yeah, Wimbledon champ.
The Donald Young story is like incredible. Like imagine if they make a run. Like, that would be it. What a way to finish his career.
For sure.
So good luck to Townsend in the doubles. Let's look ahead to day 4, Lucy. So we've got a clash there that we don't want to see, but we do want to see.
For sure.
But Naomi Osaka, she's back in action. So is Jasmine Paolini. Shouts out to Paolini too for sharing our post. Love that, Jazzy.
Our Italian Guardian sis.
Indeed. And that matchup that we are looking forward to. But again, it's a shame it's happening in the second round. Arthur Ashe versus Gabriel Giallo.
Hey, you let it.
So looking forward to that, man.
For
like,
sure,
that's going to be a
100%.
very, very good match.
100%. Especially that they're both. I feel like Ashe and Giallo kind of have like, for example, like they're both very powerful, especially with their forehand. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that works, because they know playing against each other as well. So I don't think Ashe knows what to expect.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
And it's mad too to think that Ashe is the younger player in terms of age, but the more experienced in terms of ATP Tour experience. That always blows my mind. Like sometimes, like when you see some of these matchups. But I think that's going to be an interesting match, and obviously one we'll be paying very, very close attention to. So that's day 4, Lucy, which I'm very much looking forward to. Any more thoughts on today?
Shout out to the doubles winners.
I didn't really see. Well, to be honest, I have not. Apart from Parks and Osorio.
Obviously we didn't watch it, but I just want to say a shout out to them winning. Parks won, as you mentioned earlier. Clairvy and Montgomery.
They got the win. Sick.
Yeah. Did they? No. Oh.
Listen,
let
man,
me double check.
You're the one putting out false news out here, Lucy.
He said false
I know
news.
we're in the States.
I'm dead.
We don't dabble in that.
I'm dead. Let me double check right now. Apologies, guys. Stevens did play, but unfortunately she did lose.
With Kruger.
Yes, I was right. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going crazy. Montgomery and Gunu,
Okay.
They did win. The doubles match. Baptiste and Whitney unfortunately lost.
Sigway, okay.
Their first round as well. But shout out to our double winners. I think she's doing mixed doubles.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna get mixed up, but
they were actually playing Ngunu and someone else. I'm pretty sure Tyra Grant was playing with Alex Mickelson.
What do you mean? For what?
Mixed.
For
today.
mixed? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did mixed start today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. It did start today. You're right. Yeah. Tyra. So that's. See, you know when you see certain. I was like, wait.
So who did they play?
No, you're right. Yeah, Clairvy and Tan.
That's it. Tien.
Yeah. Tien. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Tien.
So who won that? Sorry.
You're right. Tyra.
Okay.
Tyra
so Grant
and Alexander
Mickelson.
won. Yeah. That was an all-American. Crazy.
Wow. So yeah, the tournament's like properly like it's in yeah, it's well underway now. Everything started. You've got singles, doubles, all sorts of doubles going on.
What a day!
What a day, Lucy.
And what a morning!
Stop it. Are we going to go there?
Are we going to go there? Really and truly. Actually, no. I'm glad that we didn't really start like that. Let's start with some real focus and positivity. How do we even start this? How do we even communicate?
I don't even know.
To be fair, this is a bit on me. And for those who are a little bit confused, so I don't know if anyone else has noticed how there is, a little trend. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if tennis players had like a little meeting, a little memo, a little something saying, "Hey guys, let's all put on cornrows," right? So yeah, the last player that I saw having it on, as in on a picture on social, was Wimbledon champion Marketa Vondrousova. And yeah, I literally quote tweeted through the Black Spin Global Twitter, and I said, "Yeah, guys, it seems like there is a cornrow epidemic going on." The funniest thing about Twitter or social media is that it's always your most random tweet that you just tweet like that and be making the craziest numbers. Like I did not tweet that for to make actual numbers. It did do crazy numbers, and then I had a very great night's sleep. I wake up, I go to Eugene's bedroom. Before I even finished saying good morning, because I was surprised that he was awake before I woke him up, my guy is like, Lucy, Marcus. I was like, what are you talking about? Do you know, I did not understand what you were saying till I actually saw the post. I thought you saw the reply of people saying, "Hey, baby," I thought that's all you think. I didn't understand that she took a screenshot and posted on her story. So I was just looking at Eugene like, why is this guy stressed out, man? Like, bro, let me say good morning. Let me ask how you slept. Let me ask how you doing mentally. Especially that you were knackered. You fell asleep. I had to wake you up, when we got home. So I go back to my bedroom. I see the post. I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. Now, one thing I do want to make really, really, really clear is, number one, I wish Marketa a speedy recovery. Like, surgery is not something to joke about.
Surgery, yeah.
It's not a small thing, whether you have a small surgery, a big surgery, whatever. So, and number two, to my defense, that tweet was not an attack.
Of course not.
And guys, let me tell you something. I've got a smart mouth. You will know when I attack. And that is why I have you. That's why God brought me someone like Eugene for us to be working on this platform. Because if I would not have someone to put me on check, boy, we would not be here right now. We would be one chaotic platform. Let me tell you right now. I did not. Yeah. No. All jokes aside, guys, it was not a personal attack to thing. I mean, come on. We are seeing 3 non-black players having.
So let's talk. Let's actually name the players. So it's Arthur Ashe.
Yes,
of France.
From France.
Leila
Fernandez. Canadian. Some might defend her because she's
Filipino.
half.
I think Filipino.
Is she Filipino or Hispanic?
I think Filipino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's her as well, and then there's Marketa. Guys, come on. These are.
Let me speak here, Lucy, because I love everything you said, and you educated me basically this morning.
Yeah, because you didn't understand the problem.
And my sister. Shouts out to my sister.
Shout out to Sarah.
But yeah, as a black man, I am not like. I don't. Phased isn't the right word, but like I don't feel any type of way seeing a white person with like braided hair or cornrows.
Yeah.
But I'm a man, so like. I mean, my hair. I've got receding hairline for God's sake. Like, so, but I understand for black women, it's different.
It's different.
And that's what I'm saying. You explained it to me, and my sister did.
It's
and
different.
Also a few other like black women that I've spoken to today too. I won't name names, but yeah, they're all kind of you're all singing from the same hymn sheet basically.
Yeah.
So now I get it, and like I'm not as uptight maybe about the post. One thing that I am uncomfortable with is the fact that Marketa kind of she took issue with it, and she maybe saw it as like maybe an attack when that's not what it is.
That I think that's what frustrated me.
Yeah.
But that is the danger of what she did, and that is why.
I understand that.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, this these are the things that are, and it was triggering. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually
and
triggering.
that's the word, triggering. Like,
It was actually
I get
triggering
it. For black women.
Like,
it is.
Yeah, we're raising. I'm even gonna say quote unquote raising an issue because my tweet was more of like, this is just a notice. But every time
we're not raising, we're addressing it.
Yeah,
like,
there we go.
Yeah,
we're addressing it. We're
yeah.
just like, hey, this is what's happening.
Exactly.
And a lot of time with black women, whenever we do that, and then it includes or it involves a white woman, it always then flips back into like, some, and then makes it seem like we're no longer focusing on what the bigger issue is. We're focusing on how she feels. And I'm not saying that Marcus's feeling doesn't matter, but at that moment with what you did, like, come on, man. Because at the same time as she saw that tweet, I'm pretty sure she saw the reply of other people try to be like, yo, this ain't it. Do you get what I mean? But it just shows to you that I don't even know what to say, man. In all honesty, like, I'm not gonna lie. Again, it goes back to what I was saying. Thank God that you're here, because I had to hold back. I had to really hold back, and it wasn't. I'm actually gonna give myself props. It actually shows that I've matured a lot, and I'm trying to keep it professional and keep this platform running.
Lucy is media. She's well and truly part of the media.
I'm media, but believe me, the old me would have clapped that girl back. Let me tell you something right now, respectfully, in a respectful way, because come on, man, like. Yeah, like it's not just hair, guys. It's not just whatever. As a black woman, it's very different. Yeah. Like, this is part of our identity. It means like a lot. Yeah. And you see, I don't want to say more.
Yeah, no,
I really want to say more. I don't want to say more, and I think I've said enough. But the good thing is, I know I don't even have to say more, because I know how the black women who are listening to this understand. And that's why when I tried to explain to you and you were like, nah, I was like, you know what? I know when you speak to your sister, it's going to click to you. That's why I didn't really fight you about it, or didn't go more into it. I was like, you know what? Your sister will speak to you, and you will understand it. And I'm really glad that more black women actually did as well. And shout out to all the black women, and shout out to all the black people who understood where we're coming from. The rest didn't understand it. You know what? I'm getting sick and tired of having to educate white people. I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to certain stuff. And I do personally feel like some of the people who are commenting, who are non-black, who felt like it wasn't a big deal or whatnot, some of you know it is, but you just want to, cause trouble. So yeah, it is what it is. That was.
Listen, we live
a stressful way.
We live and we learn.
Hey, listen, this platform has been on. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna keep it real. Thanks for the promo.
To be fair, listen,
listen, and the thing is, it didn't really help her, because she got cooked more. She actually got cooked more. Not from us.
No comment.
Not from us. Hello.
Comment.
We kept it pushing. We were focusing on the US Open 2024, baby. Day 3.
HBCU Live.
HBCU Live. HBCU Live. But hey, but it is what it is, man. Again, speedy recovery to Marketa. Shout out to black women, and shout out to you guys' hairs. I'm out here with my butterfly locks, looking sexy and
representing.
You representing. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But
no, well said, Lucy, man.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. Good way to end it.
No, I think, like you said, it's important. For me, we had to address it, and I'm glad we did.
100%.
And yeah, I'm proud of you, like how you explained it, and
thank you.
Yeah, like you said, you've held it together. So, you've held it down.
For sure.
And I do appreciate that.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Because even some of my friends don't be like, "Raw, Lucy, you keeping quiet." I was like, "Yeah, I'm fighting."
Stop.
But hey, it is what it is. I'm here for the bigger picture. We're here to celebrate black excellence. We're here to spread positivity, and we're here to enjoy the tennis. Yo, I'm in New York.
Exactly.
At US Open.
Exactly.
As a whole venture with my boy Eugene.
Crazy.
And my mentor. Tamani, and shout out to Anastasia from the Grand Pass. We saw her today.
Oh yeah, what
quick high. We'll definitely be.
And Stacey China.
And Stacey China,
NYT,
yes.
New York Times.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even tell you this. This is Gaga San YouTube. Do you know? Every day since I've been on this ground. Hey, you're that podcast, right?
No way.
I read you like from the New York Times. Like, it's actually crazy.
Wow.
Like, literally just earlier, like, I had someone coming up to me like, "Oh, if you need anything, let me know." But yeah, I remember reading from you guys in the New York Times. So, Stacey, thank you so much. Like,
huge.
You have no idea what that has done for us, man. Like,
massive.
Honestly, that came out like over a month ago, and we're still here. And yeah, it's made a massive impact to our platform and stuff. And yeah, honestly, really happy. Looking forward to day 4 tomorrow.
Can't wait. Cannot
Late
wait.
start. Hallelujah. I am going to put my alarm late and watch Love is Blind reunion tonight.
And on that note, guys, until tomorrow.
Peace.
Take care.